All right. Welcome everybody. For the ones who have just joined us, welcome to 98th percentile STAAR Math Kahoot. My name is Agumuni and I'll be your host for this amazing event. And here is calling all the parents to the screen. I know children, your parents are busy, so I'll take really little of the time because now what I'm about to tell you is extremely important. So I want your parents to be here. I know they're busy, so I'll take really little of the time. All right. So I can see some parents are here and some of you children are going to get your parents. That's amazing. All right. So I can see some of the parents are here. All right. So thank you very much for registering your child to 98th percentile STAAR Math Kahoot. And here is to begin with, kindly note that the session is being recorded for quality and marketing purposes, and we will share screenshots and snippets of this video on social media and other websites. All right, so since we have that out of the way, let's talk about STAAR in general and 98th percentile STAAR Kahoot. So as we are all aware about the STAAR test, however, in 98th percentile STAAR Kahoot, children in grades 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be tested on their reading and math test readiness. We are already done with the reading test Kahoot, and now we have all met here for the math test readiness. All right, so moving forward, let's talk about the benefits of STAAR Kahoot. There are plenty of benefits of joining STAAR Kahoot. To name a few, this Kahoot is going to help identify your child's learning gaps and, of course, excel in the actual STAAR test. This will definitely check your child's test readiness and hence boost their confidence. And this is a time-bound assessment. Hence, this will enhance your child's focus. And the best part is that there are awards and scholarships to be won. Speaking about awards and scholarships, the first place winner is going to take home $75 Amazon gift card plus 100% scholarship for 12-week subscription to any one of our programs. The second place winner is going to take home 80% scholarship for 12-week subscription to any one of our programs. And the third place winner is going to take home 50% scholarship for 12-week subscription to any one of our programs. So children can choose from math, English, coding, and public speaking. All right. So let's note a few points related to the awards and scholarships. The awards and scholarships have to be availed within a maximum of 15 days of the event. The scholarships are applicable for new subscriptions only and not for any renewals. If a student has already won more than 2 awards and scholarships in the last 2 years, they are not eligible for a scholarship even if they win the contest. All right. Since we have all of that out of the way, here is introducing to your lovely teacher for today, Ms. Vishali. Meet Ms. Vishali. She holds both a BSc degree and an MSc degree in physics, along with a degree in education. Ms. Vishali loves imparting her knowledge of math to young children. She enjoys reading, journaling, music, and is also an avid traveler. All right, so before we meet Ms. Vishali, let's go through the steps to joining STAAR Kahoot. So there are primarily 3 steps of joining STAAR Kahoot. Step 1 was to join to this Zoom meeting. Congratulations, you have successfully completed your first step. Moving to the second step, you need 2 devices to play today's Kahoot. One device in which you will be saying your questions. That is the one in which we are speaking right now. And another device, which could be your primary device, which could be your secondary device. You need to use that to log on to kahoot.it. Now, your secondary device can be anything, maybe your smartphone or your tablet. So now you need to log on to kahoot.it. It is kahoot.it. And Ms. Vishali will be sharing the game pin. Ms. Vishali has yet not shared the game pin. She will be sharing the game pin. And now the most important part is your unique Kahoot ID. For the ones who do not have the unique Kahoot ID, I urge you to ask your parents to help you with your unique Kahoot ID. Your unique Kahoot ID has been emailed to your parents on their registered email ID. All right. So please get your unique Kahoot ID and use it as your nickname on the Kahoot platform. You need to have your unique Kahoot ID in order to claim and win the awards and scholarships. Now, if you do not have your unique Kahoot ID, ask your parents to go to their email inbox and type unique Kahoot ID in the search bar. The very first email shared to you by 98th percentile contains your unique Kahoot ID. All right. And if you still cannot find your unique Kahoot ID, it's absolutely fine. The main objective behind this Kahoot is to check your test readiness. You will still be able to play the Kahoot if you do not have your unique Kahoot ID. You will just not be able to claim your awards and prizes, but that's fine. The main objective behind the contest is to check your test readiness, right? Now, on your secondary device, you need to identify the correct color-coded option. You will see the question on your screen, and on your secondary device, you need to click on the correct color-coded option. Since we have all of that clear, let me see a few thumbs ups if all of us have our unique Kahoot IDs. Do we all have our unique Kahoot IDs? Let me see some thumbs ups. All right. Okay, such brilliant children we have with us today. That's perfect. Everybody has their unique Kahoot IDs. That's amazing. All right, children. So let's Kahoot. Over to you, Ms. Vishali.
Thank you so much, Ms. Agumani, for this warm and lovely welcome. So, hello, children. I hope all of you are doing amazing and pretty much excited for today's Kahoot. Show me some thumbs up if you're excited. Okay, amazing. So, as Ms. Agumani has already told you everything in detail, I won't be taking much of your time and will be sharing my screen. And here we go. Okay, so I hope that all of you are ready and have already logged into kahoot.id. In a few seconds, I'll be sharing the game pin with all of you. And the game pin is loading. Meanwhile, you can go to kahoot.id and here is the game pin for all of you. Enter this game pin, and as told by Ms. Agumani, you have to enter the unique Kahoot ID and not your any random names or your names, right? Then only you'll be able to win the scholarships and awards. Well done. Most of you are joining in. Okay, as all of you are joining in, let me tell you a few things that you should keep in mind when playing. First, read the questions very carefully. At the same time, read the options very carefully. And the third and not the last, that you have to, keep in mind that you have to value the clock as well. Why? Because the sooner you answer the question, extra points for that, okay? So, yes, let everyone else join in and we'll be starting in a few seconds or a minute maybe.
We can wait for 30 more seconds and then begin, Ms. Vishali.
Okay, Parth. Children, we have 30 more seconds and we'll be starting in 30 seconds. So for all who have not yet joined it, join it as soon as possible. Okay, so Parth, should I start?
Sure, let's begin.
Okay, so everyone, I wish you a very good luck and pay attention to the questions. And here we go. Let's Kahoot. And here we have our first question. Mrs. Stephens drove through a total of 36 intersections on her way home from work last week. At 4 of every 16 intersections, Mrs. Stephens had to stop for a red light before she could drive through. At how many intersections did Mrs. Stephens have to stop for a red light? You have 4 options: 3, 9, 24, and 12. And last 2 seconds. Okay, so majority have gotten it correct. I had to simply divide 36 by 4 to get this answer. Let's see how does the scoreboard looks like after the first question. And okay, so let's go ahead for the second question, children. So which model is shaded to best represent the expression below 3/10 plus 2/5? There are 4 models and you have to tell me which of these is correct for the given equation or the expression. Okay, so many have gotten it wrong. So the question was 3/10 plus 2/5. So if you can see in the second image in option number 2, we have total of 10 parts, right? And 3 of these parts are like shaded in the first circle and 4 of these parts are shaded in the second circle. So 2/5 can also be written as 4/10, right? So in the second circle, I had 4 shaded parts and remaining parts were non-shaded. So that was my correct option, right? So let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like after 2 questions. And here is the third question for all of you. A barrel contains 60 gallons of water. Water leaked out of the barrel at the rate of 5 gallons every 3 days. At this rate, how many days did it take for all 60 gallons of water to leak out of the barrel? You have 4 options: 20, 12, 100, and 36. And you have to tell me the correct answer. Okay, so most of you gotten it correct. Let's go ahead. And the scoreboard changed. The fourth question for all of you. So Freddie used 28 nails to make birdhouses. He used the same number of nails for each birdhouse. Which of the following cannot be the number of birdhouses Freddie made? Right? So you have 4 options: 4, 6, 7, and 2. Read carefully. They're asking which of these following cannot be the number of birdhouses Freddie made. Okay, so most of you got it correct. Well done. This was a question for factors. And here is the scoreboard after 3 questions. Let's go ahead. Ryan had a whole pizza. He ate 1/8 of pizza for lunch, another 25% of pizza for dinner. Ate dinner. What fraction of pizza has Ryan not eaten? So you have to tell me what the remaining part of the pizza that Ryan has not eaten yet. And you have 4 options: 5/6, 5/8, 1/4, and 3/8. Okay, so very diverse answers for this one. So let me tell you that what we had to do. Okay, so he ate 1/8 of the pizza for lunch, and 25% can also be written as 1/4. All of you know that, right? So let's say the pizza was 1, and then he already ate 1/8 from it. Remaining was 7/8. Now again, he ate 1/4 from this. So I'll subtract that also. This would be 8, 7, and here what will I have? I'll have a 2, and that would be 5/8. So 5/8 was the correct answer for this one, and I hope all of you understood it now. Let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like after 5 questions. 6th question for all of you. So an electric eel has a length of 1.84 meters. What fraction is equivalent to the length of equivalent to this eel? We have 4 options. 1/84/10, 92/500, 1/21 past 25, and none of these. Okay, so majority have got the wrong answer for this one. So what we had to do, if you see for the third option, it was 1/21/25, right? This is a mixed fraction. First, I convert into improper fraction, and that would be 25 plus 21/25, and that would be 46/25. And if you divide it, you're gonna get exactly the same number as the length of the eel given. Okay, so that's what you have to do, and most of you have written none of these. So I hope that is clear to you now. Let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like after 6 questions. Some changes out there. Many more questions to go, children. So the ratio of the weight of box A to the weight of box B is 3:1. Which of the following is closest to these weight of the box A? You have 4 options: 126, 42, and 96, and 32. Okay, so again, many different answers for this one. So let me tell you what we had to do. If you see that the total weight of box A and box B is given, which is 128, right? So the total of box, box A and B is given, which is 128, and the ratio is like 3:1. 3:1. That means obviously the weight of box A is greater than the weight of box B, which is also visible with the size of these boxes, right? So there are total 4 parts, right? 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Now, if you divide this 128 by 4, you get a 32, right? So the weight of box B is 1 part, and that is 32. The 3 parts will be what? 32 times 3, and that would be 96. So 96 was the correct option for the box A weight. I hope this is clear to all of who got it wrong. Now let's go ahead for the next question. And here is the scoreboard for all of you. Some changes are there. Interesting. The next question. Frank had $65. He spent $2 per day for 7 days. Then he was given $9 to divide equally between himself and his 2 brothers. The following expression can be used to find the amount of money Frank had after that. Based on this expression, what is the amount of money Frank had remaining? You have to tell me the remaining amount. Okay, so majority of you gotten it correct. Let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like. Some people are coming up. That's interesting. And the next question. So Holly bought a magazine subscription for a year. She paid $27. Find the price P of the subscription per month. The total amount paid is given, and they're asking what is the amount for per month subscription. Okay, so majority have gotten it correct. You had to simply divide it, right? Let's go ahead, and this is how the scoreboard looks like. Interesting. The 10th question for all of you. So Mr. Smith has a maximum of $50 to spend at a museum. A ticket to the museum costs $7. He can spend P dollars to buy other things at the museum. Which inequality can be used to find the possible values for P? You have 4 options, and you have to tell me which of these inequality expression is correct to find the value of P. Okay, most of you gotten it correct, but some of you gotten it wrong. So, okay, if you see the question carefully, the maximum Mr. Smith can spend is like $50, right? And the museum cost ticket was, the cost of the ticket was $7, right? And he can spend P dollars to buy other things at the museum. So if now you see the last expression, which was P plus 7, 7 is the amount he has to like by default pay for the ticket, and then he can either spend 50 or less than 50, because if I have 50, I cannot spend more than 50, right? So the fourth one was a correct expression for this one. I hope this is clear to all of you now. Let's go ahead for the next question. And before that, we'll see the scoreboard, and this is how the scoreboard looks like. Okay. To make pink paint, Sevilla mixes 7 cups of white paint to every 3 cups of red paint. Which table shows possible values of W, the number of cups of white paints she uses, and R, the number of cups of red paint? Analyze all these tables carefully and tell me which of these tables can be correct for this given relationship between red and the white paint. Okay, interesting. Most of you gotten it correct. Well done, children. And the scoreboard for all of you. Now we are at question number 12. So which equation represents the relationship in the table? There is a relationship which is being followed in this table, and you have to tell me which of these equations tell me that relationship. Okay, so majority have gotten it correct, but some of you gotten it wrong. So if you closely see W and D, you will notice that there is a difference of 1.25 in each of these numbers, right? So I could say that W is 1.25 lesser than D in each of these sets, right? And that was my correct answer, the answer D, option D. Let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like after this many questions. Some changes are there, and there are some interesting spots for like third, fourth, and fifth positions. Let's go ahead for the next question. So which of these equation has a solution of 2/3 for n? You have to find the solution for n, and you have to tell me which of these equation has their solution of 2/3. Seconds. And good, most of you gotten it correct. So if you see 15n equals to 10, then you would find that n would be 2/3. If you divide both 10 and 15 by 5, you're going to get 2 for the numerator and 3 for the denominator. I hope that is clear to all of you now. Let's go ahead, and this is how the scoreboard looks like. There are some streaks maintained. Well done. Okay, so which table shows only values that represent the following relationship between Q and R? R equals to Q plus 10.1. You have to see for these 4 tables and you have to tell me which of these table is validating this relationship being given in the question, which is R equals to Q plus 10.1. Okay, well done. This is, I think, the best answered question yet. Most of you gotten it correct. Let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like. 15th question for all of you. So what is the difference between the measures of angle NJP and angle KJL to the nearest degrees? There are 2 angle differences they are asking for. One is angle NJP, other is angle LJK. Okay, so for this question, we have many wrong answers. So let me explain what we had to do here. So the 2 angles they're talking about are these angles, angle PJN or NJP. And the second angle they're talking about is angle KJNL. These 2 angles they're talking about, and this is the difference they're talking about, right? So if you see the first angle, which is angle PJNN, this angle is starting from here, from the middle of 0 and 10, right? So starting from 5 degrees, right? And going till what? It is going till 107, right? Till 107. So the actual measurement for this angle is gonna be 107 minus 5 degrees, which is 102 degrees. So this angle is 102 degrees. Now coming to the second angle, this is starting from 0 and going till exactly 35, in the mid of 30 and 40. So this is gonna be 35. And now they have asked for the difference of these 2 angles. So it's gonna be 102 degrees minus 35 degrees, and that's gonna be 67 degrees. So that was my correct answer. I hope this is clear to all of you. You had to pay attention here that this is not starting from 0, this is starting from 5 degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead for the next question. But before that, let's check the scoreboard. And this is how it looks like. Interesting. Okay, so 4 sets of angles are shown below. Spot the ratio of 4:1 between the measures of angle S and angle T in which of these images, right? There are options and you have to tell me where is the ratio is, as they've asked. Okay, so Many right answers, but some wrong answers. So let me show what it was. If you see, first two set is 7 and 28, and 7 times 4 is 28. In the second case, again, it is 15 and 60, and 15 times 4 is 60. So these two sets are like validating that equation given or the ratio given, but the remaining two are not. So option third was correct. Set 1 and 2 only. Now let's go ahead, and this is how the scoreboard looks like after 16 questions. Constant names out there. So the ordered pair below represent the location of 4 stops on a bus route. The location of the bus station is shown on the coordinate grid. Which stop is closest to the bus station? There are 4 stops given with the coordinate pairs. You have to tell me that which of these coordinate pair point will be closest to the bus station. Okay. So only 3 correct options and rest are wrong answers for this one. Let me tell you what we had to do. So, okay, let me use a pen. Right. So this is the bus station. And then I have 4 points, which is K, 3/4 and 7/4. If you find 3/4, that's going to be 0.75, right? And when you find 7/4, that's going to be something 1.75. So these are the points for stop K, right? Similarly for L, 4/4 is going to be what? It's going to be 1, and 8/4 is going to be 2, right? And for M, I'm going to have 2 and 1.25 again. And for N, what I'm going to have 1.75 and 0.75. Now, if you try to mark all these points on this stop, you'll see that point M, which is 2 and 1.25, right? So it's going to be 2, which means 2 on the x-axis and 1.25 on the y-axis. It's going to be somewhere here, right? It's going to be somewhere here above 1. And let's say here, okay, here. So this is going to be the nearest point. If you mark all other points, they're going to be the farthest. First, you have to find the distance and you have to then mark them on the coordinate system. I hope this is clear to all of you now. Let's go ahead, and this is how the scoreboard looks like. The 18th question for all of you. So the center of the circle below is point M. Which expression can be used to find the length of JL in meters? M is being given as the center. You have to tell me the distance JL when you already know MK. Okay, so majority have gotten it correct. I was given the radius and I was asked to tell the diameter. So I just simply multiplied by 2 to get my answer. Let's go ahead. This is how the scoreboard looks like. Some changes out there. And for those who cannot see themselves in the top 3, don't lose hope. There are still many more questions to go. Keep paying attention to these questions carefully and keep solving. So in the diagram below, what is the measure of angle P to the nearest degree? You have four options: 21 degree, 159 degrees, 39 degrees, and 161 degrees. Okay, so majority have gotten it correct. Let's go ahead and see if there are some changes in the scoreboard. Yes, there are some changes on the scoreboard. Interesting, interesting. We have 5 questions to finish this Kahoot, and you can still be there in the top 3. Okay, so bird drew an angle that has the characteristics listed below. It has a measure greater than 88.5 degrees. It is an obtuse angle. Which of the following could be the angle bird drew? Pay attention to all of these options and then tell me. Okay, so again, majority have gotten it correct. Well done. And here is a scoreboard, and here is the 21st question for all of you. So the pictograph below shows the number of packages of different brands of batteries that a store sold on a Friday. So which statement is best supported by the information in the pictograph? And each battery represents 250 packages. Okay, diverse answers. So the correct option was that the ratio of brand R batteries to the total number of batteries is 5:1. So if you see for the brand R, there are total of 4 batteries, right? And each battery represents 250 packages. That means a total of 1000 packages for brand R. And if you see the total batteries, the number of total batteries out there is like 20, which means that the total of 5000 batteries, and the ratio for 1000 and 5000 is going to be 5:1, right? So that was my correct option. Let's go ahead, and this is how the scoreboard looks like. Constant names. Question number 22nd. So which percentage bar graph best represents the data? There is data given, and you have to tell me which of these bar graph represents the best of it. Okay, again, most of you gotten it correct, but for those who have not gotten it correct, let me explain it to you. So the reading is 44%. First, you have to find the total of it, the total number of students, and that is coming out as 220, right? And for reading, I have 44, which is 20% of that. Then sports and video games, I have 55, which is again 25% of the total. And then for music, I have 66%, which is 30% of the total. Now, if you see the third option, for the reading, I'm reaching till 20. Then I'm adding 25 to it of sports, and I'm reaching 45. And then I'm adding 25 again to reach 70. And then I'm adding 30 for the music, right? So that was my correct explanation for this one. Now let's go ahead for the second last question of today's Kahoot. And this is how the scoreboard looks like. And trusting the constant names, the game can still be changed in next two questions. So here is the 23rd question for all of you. So which statement best describes the data represented in the box plot? Okay, so many wrong answers for this one. Only 8 of you got it correct. So let me explain it to you. So the first option was half the students ranked from 78 to 114 fluid ounces. This was the box plot. Let me tell you and explain it to you. Okay, so if you see that the range is being given from here till here, this is my range. And this point is 114, right? And this point is what? This point is 78. This point is 78 because this is the middle point of 72 and 84. Now I know that this is my Q1, which is the median, right? And we also know that the median is also exactly the middle point of the entire extreme points, right? So I can simply say that the data, the points between like 78 and 114 is like half of the total range that I have. So the first option was correct. I hope all of you got it now. Okay, so let's go ahead. And this is how the scoreboard looks like before the last question of today's Kahoot. Constant names, but this is our last question and this can still be changed. So which list shows the dependent quantities in the graph? Okay, wonderful. So most of you got it correct. And now we go to see that who all are our winners. Third spot, Swayu 766Z, Puri 31Z, okay. So as we have our winners here, now I'll ask my team to match these unique Kahoot IDs with the real names to announce the winners. I hope all of you enjoyed today's Kahoot and are feeling more and better prepared for the coming STAAR paper. And I totally loved it playing with all of you, and show me some thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Amazing, amazing. So, okay, I hope to see all of you in my classes. And now I'll ask Miss Agumani to take the session forward from here and announce the winners. Bye, all of you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Vishari. That was particularly really good. And I am pretty sure all the children are now very well prepared for the test. So now for the ones who couldn't see their names on the screen, don't worry. There's still a lot to be won. You can now claim your participation certificate. I am sharing the link to the same in the chat box. Do fill the form and collect your participation certificate. All right. And now here we are announcing the winners for today's Kahoot, STAAR Math Kahoot. And the winners are, the first place goes to Rishi. Congratulations, Rishi. The second place is Rishi with an H. And then we have Ayush. So congratulations to the 3 winners. And for the others, I hope you are all very well prepared now. And do not forget to collect your participation certificate. You need to click on the link and collect and fill the form and collect your participation certificate. All right, so let's speak to Ayush. Hi, Ayush, how are you? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, do you like the contest?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's great, that's great. And I hope you enjoyed it and you are now very well prepared for the original STAAR test, right?
But yeah, sure.
Yeah, great. All right. So now let's speak to Rishi with an R. Hi, Rishi.
Hello.
Do you like the contest?
Yeah, I really like the contest. Sometimes it was tricky, but even though there's time, you have to if the more you use the time, the higher the points you, and it's more like more a probability that you'll get high up, because if you use less time, you won't solve the problem correctly.
Yes. So speed and accuracy are both really important for the contest to win Kahoot. That's perfectly explained. Right. Now let's speak to Rishi with an H. It's Rishi, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you like the contest? Did you like the Kahoot?
Yeah, I loved the contest. It was very competitive, I believe.
It really was, wasn't it? All right, so now I'll ask all the winners to give me a really big smile for our official website and also for our social handles. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Cheese. Great. Perfect, really smiling faces. Now, to all the winners, this goes to all the winners. You will soon be receiving correspondence from 98th percentile. Do ask your parents to check their email inboxes. You will be receiving email and a link to book your interview with us. Post the interview, you will get a chance to claim your awards and scholarships. Sounds good? Yeah? All right. Perfect. Also for the ones who couldn't win anything, do not fret. We are always up with another upcoming digital event with us. So do check us out on our official website, which is 98percentile.com, and all the very best for the STAAR test. And do not forget to collect your participation certificates and fill out the form. All right, everybody, until next time, bye-bye.